Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and tonight I'm going to be talking about, have you ever seen one of those movies that it was just so stupid and pointless that you just couldn't get that time back in your life, but then, you watch it a subsequent time and you kind of get it, and then you're like, wow, that was actually a pretty good movie, even though it still has no point, plot, or reason behind it. If you can't tell by my shirt, tonight we're going to talk about Napoleon Dynamite. Wow, yeah. Let's talk about this. So, if you guys have been enjoying my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the little notification bell up top. If you enjoy the video, like it. Leave me something down in the comments, something you like about the video, something you don't like about the video. If you're a fan of the movie, tell me something about that. I wish we could have voted for Pedro, because he would have been a better choice than anything else we had. But anyway, I digress. So, let's get into it. The first time I saw this movie, I didn't know what to think. I grew up in New York, but I didn't really have that New York mentality per se. I spent half of my life down south, I guess you could say, mostly in Texas. I also lived in Atlanta. When I was in the Army, I was in a couple different states. I lived in Pennsylvania for a while. So I've kind of been around different parts of the country. I've never really been out west per se, where was sort of taking place. So I couldn't really relate directly to it. But like I said, the first time I saw the movie, I was kind of like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, it was just so stupid, frankly, the first time I saw it. I kind of hated it. I didn't like the lead actor. But, I was talking about it with some friends way back in the day, and they're like, give it another shot, man. It's a great movie, And I was like, all right, let me give this thing another try. And I watched it again, and I was like, I didn't hate it. And I watched it a third time. And then, by that point, it kind of clicked with me what was funny about it, what worked, what didn't work. And it was kind of funny because I picked up this shirt years and years ago, and we went to visit my mom down in South Carolina one time. And, where she lives is kind of like an older retirement area, even though my mom's not really that old. But, when we were in some restaurant, my wife, my mom, my stepdad, and me, and, I had this shirt on. Or no, I'm sorry, my wife had it on. And as we're walking out, there's this cute old lady eating lunch. And she's like, who's Pedro? Why should I vote for Pedro? Like, she had no idea it was from this movie, So that was just kind of a funny little thing. But basically, the movie is about this guy, Napoleon Dynamite. He lives with his aunt. I don't really remember what happened to the parents, but, the parents are not in the picture. He lives with his aunt, his brother, his kind of crazy uncle comes around, but kind of abuses them. Not physically abuses them, but kind of takes advantage of the two of them, and kind of thinks of them as nitwits or whatnot. So it's just this whole series of, I don't want to say sketches, but it's like one scene after another of meaningless, pointless, jibber jabber, time filler. But like I said, I didn't like it the first time, but the more I watch it, the more I really like it. It's set out in, I don't know, Oregon or Wyoming, somewhere out there, way out west. Again, never been out that way, so can't really understand. Or Idaho, I honestly, I can't remember where it's set. But he's like this goofy, outcast, socially awkward guy. Full of confidence though. I mean, he's like always getting picked on and bullied or whatnot, but it's like he just don't care. He's just himself. He's proud about that. And he's doing his thing, man. More power to him. And he meets this guy Pedro, this little Mexican foreign exchange student kind of thing. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm not a foreign exchange student, but just a new student at the school. Who's kind of equally an outcast, and they kind of bond and become best friends. And then he gets to be friends with this other girl who's like selling like bracelets that she makes at home, and there's like I said, there's a million different things going on in this movie. You kind of have to leave your brain at the door when you go to watch this movie. Like, don't go in expecting an artsy fartsy film or something that's going to make you think or talk about it for a long time. It's not that kind of film. It's leave your brain at the door, get some popcorn, get a soda, sit down, and just, be prepared to laugh. So, like I said, the whole movie's kind of his last year in high school, and the things he's going to leading up to his graduation, and the things he's dealing with at home, be it trouble with his brother driving him nuts, or his uncle kind of, messing with them. Just his little adventures around town. I mean, it's just, I can't really, I'm not going to spoil it. It's one of those, just don't expect an Academy Award winning movie when you watch this movie, but give it a shot. If you like, I personally like these slapstick stupid movies, for example, like Hot Shots Part 2, Airplane, I'm trying to think of another one, Kung Pao, Enter the Fist, all those like insane movies that have no point, no plot. They just, throw everything in a blender, throw it against the wall and see what sticks kind of movies, But there's some good music in here, 80s kind of music. I always love an underdog story. I was always kind of like a social outcast, weirdo, loner kind of personality. I mean, I had great friends growing up and stuff, but I was kind of, in my own little world. So I can sort of relate on that level. I mean, it's just so many things about this are funny. The main character is played by, I think it's Jared Hess. I don't really like actors like him or actresses like him. They're like a one-hit wonder. They play the same type of character in every single movie. Like Melissa McCarthy or the guy that was Stifler in the American Pie movies. Like they're basically a one-trick pony. Although I take that back. The guy that Shawn Michael, whatever his name is, that played Stifler in the American Pie movies, he was in those hockey movies Goon, where he was different. He was actually good in that. It was a little bit more dramatic role. Yeah, there was some comedy involved, but there was a little bit more dramatic. I thought he was really great in those two movies. I'm a hockey fan, of course, so I like that as well. But this movie, like I said, it's so hard to describe this movie to someone because it's so nonsensical. It's just like, I'm assuming the guy who wrote it, maybe it's based on his life, maybe it's based on where he grew up. I don't know. Like, again, you watch a movie like Clerks, like the whole View Askew Kevin Smith series, and you can just tell that's got that Northeast mentality to it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it identifies more with people from a certain area of the country. Think about some, I don't know, Western movies or something maybe would apply more to somebody down in Texas or Arizona, New Mexico. Like certain areas of the country, people are going to be more understanding of the humor and, the story behind it or whatnot. Like I said, this is like a Northwest thing. Never been up that way. Eventually want to make my way up there, not because of the movie. I mean, that's a whole nother story. But, like I said, after multiple viewings, I was laughing my ass off. I was really... some of the jokes were just, so off, but yet so funny. I mean, just the silliness that this guy goes through, and I can't describe it. I can just tell you, I really enjoyed it. It took me 2 or 3 viewings till I did enjoy it, but now it's become one of my favorite movies. It's one of my guilty pleasure movies, and what I mean by that is, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, Sunday evening or something at 6, 7 o'clock. I didn't get anything done. I'm not looking forward to another, work week. I'll lay down, I'll pop this in, and at least, for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I can laugh and take my mind off everything. So this movie is great for that. It will take your mind off everything because you'll be sitting there thinking, what the heck did I get myself into? But, really good movie. I don't know if the guy who made this has made anything else. I'm not really, all that sure. I know the lead actor, he's been in multiple movies where he plays this same kind of role over and over again. Again, I don't really like the one-trick pony actors and actresses, but in this role, he, I think for now that I understand it a little bit better, I see he kind of nailed what they were going for, and it has a cute little ending. He kind of gets a little bit of revenge in there. Again, just a fun, stupid, brainless movie. If you need to decompress yourself for an hour and a half, go check it out. I'm sure it's on one of the streaming services. But hope you guys have enjoyed that. I didn't really give any spoilers away because I did a How I Met Your Mother video a while back, and I really ended up spoiling that really bad. So I apologize about that. So if you enjoyed the movie, tell me something about it. Leave me something down in the comments. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the little notification bell so that you will be the first to know if I have any new videos, and I will see you next time.